Hey team, Mark Z's here, Bible Land Explorer. I trust all is well with you in the place where you are. The place where I am is Trier, Germany. And we've come here in order to appreciate the Roman era remains. And some of them even relate to the person of Constantine the Great. Do you know who Constantine is? He was a Roman emperor famous for becoming a Christian on his deathbed. The first Roman Christian emperor, 4th century AD, a guy that changed the course of history in many ways. Here he left behind several buildings. One of them is this amazing structure that you can see right here, which is his throne room. And you can see it's huge. It has all of the earmarks of great Roman engineering. Let me mention just 3. The first has to do with size. The building is incredible in terms of its size. Its only competitor is the Pantheon in Rome. It's the largest indoor space from antiquity. Measured from floor to ceiling, it's 100 feet high. Measured from wall to wall, from side to side, it's 100 feet wide. Measured from end to end, we have 200 feet in length. It's like 2 perfect cubes glued together. Absolutely massive. Which leads me to the second thing that I want to say. This building has wonderful proportion. That 2-to-1 ratio, you know, it's twice as long as it is high and wide. That 2-to-1 ratio gives it a nice balance, a nice symmetry. It's large, but it's not ponderous. And there are other elements to this as well. For example, you can't see from here, but these long rows of windows go all the way to the end of the building. And when it curls around on the apse side, the windows that are in the center are actually smaller than the windows that are on the side, so that it gives the illusion of having even greater depth. That's a neat illusion, a nice trick. And so the building has size, the building has proportion. And the other thing that it has is durability. Yeah, it's still standing, obviously. To this day, some suggest that up to 90% of it has been preserved intact. Now, they've done some shoring up of things, but it's still incredibly well preserved. And that's a hats off to the engineers who built the walls thick, 10 feet thick, and the foundations deep. So this is the throne room for Constantine the Great. And one can only imagine coming and having an audience with Constantine as you come in, you know, on this end of the building and you make your way toward him. You know, you've got 200 feet of walking. He must have seemed quite imposing there at the end of the building. And then he's sitting on a throne that's sitting on a podium. And of course, you have to go up the stairs. You know, prostrate yourself there before him. And then in leaving the room, according to tradition, you weren't allowed to turn your back to the king. So of course you'd have to back up all the way, and you just keep backing, and you just keep backing because this thing is huge.